I decided to leave the Labour Party because I had to challenge someone once and said, why are you rolling your eyes? It's just not acceptable. It's childish as well. And you think you're grown up people doing that. You know, don't show your facial expressions if you've got a cop on. That is like not very professional. And it kind of incenses me. Where like if you've got something to say, it doesn't really get listened to. It's all what the, you know, the top tier want to do. And, you know, I've lived that life. I haven't had, like, you know, a land of milk and honey. I've worked hard, and anything I've got is because I've worked, you know, loads of overtime. You know, I've had 4 redundancies, so, you know, a little bit each time and you get something else. And, you know, so I feel like I can walk in people's shoes. I've never had to, I've always fed my kids. I've never had that issue, you know. But it's kind of, I have lived that life, so where I've struggled, so I just think I can relate to you. I can't relate to you if I've never lived that life. You can imagine, but I've lived it where I think, oh my God, you know, I've got no money for the lecky till or the gas, whatever, you know. And I know this ward inside. I mean, I know it. I've always known it for years. Obviously, I've lived here for 31 years anyway. And I knew it anyway because, you know, me nan lived here and we were always in Litherland and that anyway. I was born in Cumsty, you know, so I love the area. It's, you know, I mean, it's in the Doomsday Book, for goodness sake. You know, and anything to do with Litherland makes me smile, it makes me happy, I feel content in Litherland, and I just love it. You know, as a kid, we'd come to Litherland Park and all that. And so I want Litherland to be the best it can be. So in my case, where I felt that the switch was needed, we realised we weren't getting anywhere fast. We'd be bashing our heads against a brick wall, trying to get things done for the road, trying to meet up with the people who were doing the project of the road and getting nowhere. And then I just thought to myself, do you know what? I started reporting all the faults on the road, getting nowhere fast. I mean, you know, a set of lights out at where heavy juggernauts go, and the lights have been out for 10 years, now fixed. Because I used to send them a yearly reminder and go, them lights are not fixed. Anyway, this year, the whole section of the whole area was out, and then I just went mad at them and said, you know, you've got to get this fixed. I just thought, I can't do any worse than these, you know, and people's frustrations of, like, you know, people were having, you know, high ding-dong at meetings because of the frustration we all felt. And I think when Mo stood last year and we seen how many votes she got, it was like, well, do you know what? You know, we're not there, but, you know, we're not that far. It's only the regulars who vote, especially in local elections, but they don't realise that we can change. You know, these people are just like every year putting the name on the ballot. They don't do anything, and then the only reason they seem to be doing anything now is because we're on their tails. You know, this independence, although we are independent, we are a ripple effect, because people are like defecting just to say, well, I don't like the way they're treating me, so I'm going independent. We're kind of like on a group, keeping in touch with each other, but we're not like part of a party. We're not doing what each other says. That's why we're independent. We're doing what we feel for the ward that we represent. You know, there's nothing better if you live here. You know, I'm the only candidate who actually lives in Ford Ward. You know, and I care about the community. I'm invested. I've got a new grandchild and I'm invested for her. So you say, why an independent? Well, you're free to do what you want to do. You don't have to be like, you know, follow the party whip to do what, you know, they want you to do. Whereas I'm free to do, you know, well, not what I want to do, what the people would want me to do. That's where, you know, the big difference is.